Hello and welcome again to the Automation Studio. I'm Alan Avery, a senior analyst here at ARC Advisory Group, and today's topic is going to be process safety systems. And joining me today in the studio is Mark Sengupta, a research director here at ARC, and he's just completed the safety systems study. Thanks for joining us today, Mark. Let's first take a look at your expertise in the process automation market and see how that's informed your coverage of process safety systems.
Yeah, thanks for asking. I've been working in the process control industry since the late 80s as a project engineer, sales engineer, a product manager, before becoming a research analyst here at ARC. I've had the opportunity to work with DCS, SCADA, and batch systems in several different industries. And as part of the work I do here in the ARC study team, I've been researching the process safety market for the past 7 years.
All right, thanks. What trends are driving customers to change their buying criteria for process safety systems?
Sure, we see a number of motivators in the market, but let me discuss three here. The certification of the offering is becoming more important than the actual architecture. And by this I mean customers, especially in newer industries, no longer care if the logic solver is triple redundant or isolated or integrated. These industries like upstream and specialty chem only concern themselves with is the SIL certification. Is it SIL certified or certified for the SIL level that the application requires? More traditional industries like refining or petrochemical tend to continue with the architectural heritage of their current install base. Companies are focusing also on security as well. These have been, there have been a number of cybersecurity breaches on some of the older systems that highlight the need to keep your systems current. There are also a number of approaches to securing systems that are being implemented as well, such as data diodes and logical isolation. And again, there's also a big drive, even in some developing economies, to comply with the IEC 61151 standard and global best practices. Many governments have been pushing compliance after a number of large incidences back in the early 2000s. And this is driving sales, especially in Asia, as investment increases.
Now, what are some of the underlying drivers that have been critical to growth in the process safety systems market?
Well, for one, we see major growth in the Chinese market. Despite the pandemic, the Chinese economy continues to grow, and under its Made in China 2025 strategy, the Chinese government has provided major subsidies to encourage domestic manufacturers to invest. ARC remains optimistic for the growth in the Chinese SIS market in 2020 and beyond. Another factor is that many older redundant PLC implementations for process safety are at or long past the end of their usable lifespan. Pipeline operations, refineries, and power plants provide some good examples of this aging infrastructure. Equipment in many of these facilities is obsolete or unable to fulfill the requirements that many plants demand today. This scenario can lead to severe consequences not only for industry, but also for the public. ARC has seen an uptick in MRO activity recently to replace this equipment. If this trend continues, it could create a tremendous business opportunity for SIS suppliers. ARC also sees a recognition in the market that a safe and efficient industrial facility can also be green and environmentally friendly. The application of global standards allows companies to increase their personnel, equipment, and environmental safety.
And that's just about all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us, Mark, and sharing your insight on the process safety systems market. Listeners who'd like more information about this study or other topics we cover here at ARC should get in touch with the client manager or the author himself directly. Thanks for your attention and have a great day.